You'll have the 3-check screening system I use. An empty unit in this corridor costs you about $80 a day. The wrong tenant can cost you a year of rent, months of process, and your weekends. So when a new owner comes to me and asks me what the biggest risk after closing is, it's not the vacancy, it's who you put in it. I'm Roger with Remax Accord in Danville, a licensed real estate agent here in the Central Contra Costa, and gone through the training of Michael Blanc's program of underwriting buildings. Screening is the part of this business that I treat like a craft. Here's my promise. In the next few minutes, you'll have the 3-check screening system I use, plus the 2 rules that keep you inside of California's fair housing lines. Because a screening mistake here isn't just a bad tenant. It can be a legal claim as well. Here's the plan. Written criteria, the 3 checks, processing in order, and why your gut is not a screening tool. Comment screen and I'll deem you the template now. Step 1. Publish written screening criteria before you take a single applicant. Before anyone applies, you write down what qualifies a tenant for your unit. Minimum income, usually about 2.5 to 3 times the rent. Credit expectations, rental history requirements, same standards for every single applicant. 2 reasons this comes first. In California, you need your screening criteria standards squared away before you start collecting applicants and their fees. And written criteria is your shield. When you approve one applicant and decline another, the paper explains why, not your preferences. Criteria that live in your head protects nobody, especially you. Here's the bonus. Criteria let you pre-qualify on the phone. Rent is $2,400. Income standard is 3 times, $72 a month. Say it up front kindly. People who don't qualify save their fee and you save a Saturday. Action. Write your criteria this week before the unit even is empty. Comment screen and I'll send you a template right now. Here are the 3 checks in order for every applicant on your unit. Check 1, income verification. Verified, not claimed. 2 recent pay stubs, a bank statement, or employment letter you actually can call on. The standard is 2.5 to 3 times the rent gross. On a $2,400, that's about $6,000 to $72 a month. Income is the engine of this whole tenancy. Check it first. Check 2, history. Call the current landlord and the one before. Here's why both. The current landlord with the problem tenant might say anything to get rid of them. The previous landlord has no reason to lie. Here's the 2 questions you can ask. Did they pay on time? And would you rent to them again? The pause before the answer, that is the data. Check 3, behavior in the process. Did they show up when they said? Complete the application honestly. Little friction now is big later, when the stakes are actually high on your building. Run all 3 in order every time. No shortcuts for anybody. Comment screen and I'll deem you the full checklist. Step 2 in those 3 checks, and the action is the discipline. All 3, every applicant, no exceptions. The applicant who seems great gets the same 3 checks as everybody else, especially the one who seemed great. The written criteria template plus the 3 check sheet is free and pinned in the comments. Go ahead and grab it. Because step 3 is the rule that most landlords have never even heard of. Step 3, process applications in the order that you receive them. First complete application, or the first applicant that completes meets your written criteria, they get the unit. That's the cleanest and most defensible way to run a rental in California. Here's what that protects you from. Say you collect 5 applicants, skip around and pick number 4 because they felt right. Applicants 1 through 3 now have a fair question. What was wrong with mine? If they belong to any protected groups, that question can turn into a fair housing complaint, and you'll be explaining your feelings to an investigator. Order of recipients, pull written criteria means the answer is always simple. They were first and they were qualified. Quick pause. This part is for the buyers watching. Notice something, everything in this video is after you own the building, and it's the whole job. That's the point of how I work here. My name is Roger, and I'm a licensed agent here in Central Contra Costa. First, I help you buy the right building, underwrite properly, and then when it's time to fill the unit, I place a screened, fully qualified tenant in your place for a flat fee, never percentage. Criteria checks and the process handled. If you're looking at your first building, the free buyer consultation is linked down below. Okay, let's get back to it. Step 4, your gut feeling is not a screening tool. Here's the landmine that creates the most expensive lesson. A new owner meets an applicant, likes them instantly, great conversation, firm handshake, and skips the landlord calls because it feels rude to check up on somebody like them. They're so nice. Understand something here. The one group of people who are consistently excellent at the first impression is the people who have done this before. Professional bad tenants interview beautifully. Your 3 checks exist precisely for the applicant that your gut feeling already has approved. The paperwork isn't the formality. The gut feeling is the formality. And the reverse is just dangerous. Declining someone qualified because of a vibe that you can't put on paper is exactly why fair housing trouble starts. The criteria decide, not your vibe. One more operator note, speed and screening are not the enemy. With criteria published, phone pre-qualifying and check run the same day, you can now screen properly and still have a unit 2 to 3 weeks in this corridor. Slow isn't careful, organized is careful. Quick recap. Written criteria before any fee, income history, behavior in that order every time every applicant first qualified gets the win. And the nicer the applicant, the more the checks matter. So here's the question that decides your first year as an owner. If your best applicant applied tomorrow, do you have the criteria, the checks, and the process ready, or would you decide based off of your feelings? If that lands, do 2 things. Comment screen for the template, and if you haven't bought the building yet, book a free buyer consultation with me, link down below. Because the screening plan should be the part of your purchase math, not afterthought. What you really need to do or really need to know next is what to do when you go ahead and buy that building and it already comes with a tenant inside. So watch the Inherit Tenant video on your screen right now. That's it for today. If this helped, hit the subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.